5, 10 years, I was a professor of business in the College of Business at Savannah State University. One of the things that many states have, I think Alabama has it too, but Georgia did, was an allowance for anyone over the age of 65. They can take college classes in universities, state universities, at no cost. And they can actually get credit. And we had a student, her name was Ruby. She would admit to being 80. We think she was much older than that. And she took at least one class every semester. She wasn't working toward a degree, she said, because she was never going to get through Algebra 2, and Algebra 2 was required for a degree. She just wanted to continue to learn. It would keep her going, she said, if she would continue to learn. Ruby's lesson is a good one for us. We all need to continue to learn, and this season of Lent is the primary opportunity for us on our church year, for us to learn and deepen our relationship with Christ. This is the time that we intentionally enter into serving and knowing Christ at a deeper and more full level. And so we read extra books, or we do extra tasks, or maybe we give up something that is getting in the way of our relationship with Christ. Unfortunately, right now, what we're giving up is being together. Here we are having to live stream a service, and it's of morning prayer because it seems unfair to me to have Eucharist and then have just 3 of us receive. And morning prayer is a time-honored and lovely service. So that's what we'll do for this week and 2 more, as we have been ordered by the bishop to suspend all church activities. This virus that we are avoiding is a scary thing. Like all of you, I'm sure, I've done a lot of reading. There are conflicting reports out there. Yesterday, I listened to an 1.5-hour long interview with a man named Michael Osterholm or something like that. He is an infectious disease specialist at the University of Minnesota, and he is known worldwide. He has traveled the world helping with infectious disease. What he warned in that interview is that the majority of Americans will probably be infected by this virus. And for most of us, it will not be that big a deal. We'll be sick for a couple of days, and we'll get over it. It's just not going to be that big a deal. But unfortunately, this has a higher death rate. It is more severe than just influenza. And influenza kills about 30,000 people a year. This is likely to take the lives of many more than that. And that is a scary thing. And it is why we are not together, so that we are putting social distance, the coined phrase is, between ourselves, so that hopefully we won't infect each other. And it's scary. But both from our reading in Exodus and our reading from Paul's letter to the Romans, we have learned that the Lord tells us to fear not, that he is with us, and not to blame him for things. Don't blame this virus on God. We humans are to blame for this. We combine animals and people in a way that they aren't meant to be combined, and that's how this virus crossed over to humans. The woman at the well, she is a very strong woman. She's been married 5 times. She's now living with someone who is not her husband. If she's been married 5 times, then and is still living, then either her husbands have died or they have divorced her. There's no other way she could have gone from husband to husband. And yet she is still there. It's true she goes to the well at noon, probably because she gets tired of hearing the gossip that people chit-chat around her and ignore her. So she just avoids them and goes at noon. But she is a strong woman, one who knows that she is loved by God and understands that her understanding of worship in God is different than the Jews. She is strong enough to stand up to this Jew who is at the well. And when he gives her hope for something more, she is strong enough that she goes into her town and they listen to her. When she says, "Come in here. This man has told me everything. Could he be the Messiah?" She's strong enough that they, the people of the town, knew that what she said had some weight. They believed her. And so they came out and heard Jesus themselves. And they believed. And Jesus stayed for 2 days. We are to be that strong. We are to be learners no matter what our age is. We are to take the opportunity to know the Lord in a deeper and more personal level. And we are to be strong in this time of uncertainty and fear. And not to spread that fear to other people. Yes, we need to take care of ourselves, particularly those who are at risk for any serious illness that might come from this virus. And we need to take care of each other while we're doing that. But we are most especially to be like the woman of Samaria by being strong, by knowing that we are beloved children of God, by knowing that God takes care of us, by knowing that this virus is not God's fault. And even though there will be more people who lose their lives over it, they will go to be with God. We can take comfort in all of that. Please stand and let us say together the Apostles' Creed.